I think from the perspective of how this report will go forward, I think that it has very successfully made the ethics case, it's made the social case, it's made the environmental case. I'm not sure it's yet made the business case. And I think that that's imperative if we are going to see these these transformative moves both in developed and developing countries. I think from an IOE perspective, from a business perspective, we're very glad to see the focus on jobs and workplaces as a place in which progress can come and is coming already, and that's very positive. The focus on markets, even when markets are messy and not functioning optimally. The importance of enabling conditions, because I think more basically, we're not going to see job creation in countries unless we have the right conditions in place, and those are the most basic conditions: human rights, democratic process, enforcement of rules, and so on. We need to have partnerships. No single sector can do this by themselves, and certainly we don't expect the governments to make this right. It's not going to happen just top down. And we're going to need all the different interest groups, notably business, to come forward. And then again, we're going to need to make a business case. I think in OECD countries, business communities, I would say we've climbed the learning curve fairly well, and we understand the synergy that pursuing a more environmentally responsible manufacturing processes and products and behaving in a more responsible way is going to open new markets to us, is going to grow our businesses, and hopefully bring value to consumers and investors. I think less clear, and we'd like to see it become clear in the course of this initiative, is that business can also make a tremendous contribution to solving sustainability challenges, bringing resources to bear on sustainability challenges. I think in the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, one analysis showed that some 85% of the resources needed for mitigation and adaptation was going to come from the business community. So if that's in fact going to happen, I think the business case is going to have to come through much more strongly. And I think particularly in developing countries, and just as the business community is not monolithic, I don't think we can make oversimplifications about developing countries either. I mean, we have developing countries like China and India with growing middle classes and rapid economic growth, and then we have the most vulnerable developing countries that have very different needs, and the meaning of green jobs in those more vulnerable countries is going to be very different.